In an age where intelligence is being engineered, we rarely get a chance to ask ourselves, what is intelligence itself? Today, we have someone who has done a deep and extensive research on one of the most mysterious organs of the human body, the pineal gland, is also called as site of consciousness. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to our very own AI and robotics lab. It's a pleasure to have you on the first day of a podcast. One question that I wanted to know personally, it's my personal interest that, as you said, in Indian philosophy, I also read about Indian philosophy as a student, and I was always intrigued by it. Do you think if I use AI as a source material to read about philosophy, will that be helpful, or should I stick to books as a traditional method is? Also, to stick to that point, education nowadays has been using AI as the center, and they're also framing question based on AI. Do you think those questions are of any logical integrity, or humans are still better than AI for writing answers?
AI is a tool which minimizes the time. You said that I love philosophy.
Yes, ma'am.
So when I loved philosophy about the brain, I had perhaps 3 months or 6 months only chasing the part written in our philosophy about the brain. But if at that time AI would have been there, it would have just solved my problem in another 3 hours or 3 minutes. So this is the difference of the AI. So I could have given and asked him to talk about the Sahasrara Chakra as a pineal body. So AI would have said in half a page this. But I has to chase this, learn Sanskrit language to read the philosophical part of this gland, go ahead why those learned saints said that it measures the time of the day and night, so that I can tell that it is a chronobiological clock of our body. So many names we gave during that time, and I was proud to submit that the first thesis, it was taken by the library of the London. For whole thesis was photocopied. At that time, if AI would have been there, it was few minutes job to send it to the Boston Library of London. So this is the AI. And secondly, whenever we are doing something new and we know that we have innovations, we publish the paper. And for writing paper, correcting data correction of data takes a longer time. And I found that yes, some of my students used AI and they did it not in 3 months, but in 5 days.
Ma'am, as you said, a lot of your students, or a few of them, used AI in their researches. As we're talking about in a school level, many teachers give homework to their students, and sometimes they are caught red-handed using AI. Do you think if you would be the teacher, as you have been, what would your apt response to the kid, and how would you guide him to use AI in a better way so that the homework is not entirely copied, but in a way they can also get work easier?
I will never ask a student to refrain them from AI. They should go to the topics produced by the AI to modify the task given by a teacher. But where is your brain? Use that. And it is then a individual production following the AI guidelines. That's all. So never do that ki AI is telling me I'm typing it and mine is copied by so and so, because AI will give answer to X and Y and Z same way. But X, Y, and Z have a different type of brain to give a modeling of that answer. So I think, and I will always say, like Justice Suryakant ji, that brain is still superpowering AI.
Ma'am, you have been to many conferences all over the world, and you must have seen a lot of projects. What was one that stuck to your head and you still remember it?
My main interest went with a scientific paper where he was explaining that the AI can cure the Alzheimer and Parkinson disease. These two diseases of the brain are really ruining many intelligent young brains. And Parkinson and Alzheimer perhaps will be rectified and could be, bit of improvement will be there if we use AI with the brain.
Ma'am, we have a roller coaster of ride during this session. I wanted to ask one last question and basically advice for the students that are watching this. What is one advice that you would give to students so they end up becoming great like you?
So I think that during my period of journey of schooling and whatever it is, there is not so much wonderful lab given to a student where you can modify your brain and perhaps you think more. And we had given very less tools. I think many of your teachers may agree with me that initially we had very less aids. We have many schools, but the standard of the schools are not that much. So there is a different development of the brain in different steps. But be always, a German word is called Neugierig. Always have a search in your mind. I should learn, I should. My age is not going through AI and about and all this is what I love. I love it to learn, and I learned the chat GPT to think and find out whenever I had to give a report of a survey. And I found the chat GPT writes blah blah things which is not required. So read it, correct it, and then use. That is the way you can improve any type of teaching or any type of classes.
This has been a roller coaster of ride, and your insight really means a lot for all the students watching this. Thank you for your valuable time and your perspectives about using AI not as a tool, but as a way that we can modify our learnings. Really helped us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Your questions were very, very, what you call scientific, as well as increasing the knowledge of even mine while I was replying. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.